From its humble beginnings in the 1920s to its peak popularity in the late 1960s, 7-Up captured the hearts and taste buds of consumers across America. But as time went on, cracks began to appear in 7-Up's once impenetrable armor. So, what exactly went wrong? Today on Enterprise Epics, we're unraveling the decline of 7-Up, once a soda giant that has since faded into the background of the beverage industry. 7-Up has been largely left behind in the soda market, although the brand is still recognizable and widely available. While it may not be considered a total failure due to its continued presence, it has experienced a significant decline unlike any other soda brand. Origins of 7-Up. The brand goes back to the 1920s. It was created by Charles Grigg, who already had extensive experience in both advertising and soda creation a decade earlier while working at a manufacturing company. With extensive experience in advertising and soda creation, Grigg left his company to create Whistle and Howdy, both orange-flavored sodas. However, Orange Crush was already established, making it difficult to compete. Grigg created a unique lemon-lime flavored soda called Bib Label Lithiated Lemon Lime Soda, which initially had a more ridiculous name, Bib Label Lithiated Lemon Lime Soda, to be perceived as a healthy drink. The name was later changed to 7-Up, possibly reflecting the 7 ingredients or the 7-ounce size of the bottle. The name was chosen for its catchy and memorable nature, and Grigg believed it was a way to create a mystery surrounding it. Despite its unique flavor, catchy name, and perceived health benefits, 7-Up became one of the country's biggest soda brands. Marketing successes. In the 1950s, Coca-Cola collaborated with Disney on a marketing campaign featuring a rooster named Fresh Up Freddy, which gained popularity among children and led to the classroom game Heads Up 7-Up. In the late 1960s, 7-Up reached its peak due to an effective advertising campaign. They branded themselves as the Uncola to differentiate themselves from Coke and Pepsi, which was a smart move considering the younger generation's culture during the Vietnam War and the Civil Rights Movement, where hippies challenged authority and government. This marketing strategy continues to influence the modern game of Heads Up 7-Up. In 1968, when 7-Up positioned Coke and Pepsi to be the popular standard and themselves to be the outside alternative, that really resonated with the younger people. Maybe the most famous commercial of the campaign featured actor Jeffrey Holder, the first black actor to be featured in one of their commercials, by the way, cleverly comparing cola nuts to Uncola nuts. The Uncola nuts were just a lime and a lemon. As I said, that was their hype. It launched their popularity higher than it ever was before. But sadly, they could not maintain it. Challenges in decline. Just a few years later, by the early 1970s, 7-Up started to decline, and things just continued getting worse. 7-Up faced a significant decline in popularity after Coca-Cola introduced Sprite in 1961. By the 1970s, Sprite had become a popular choice, stealing market share and becoming a major concern for 7-Up. In 1978, 7-Up was bought by Philip Morris, who had previously popularized the cigarette brand Marlboro and the beer brand Miller. Despite their lack of experience in the soda industry, many believed Philip Morris could revive the brand. However, reviving 7-Up at that time would have been nearly impossible due to the success of the Uncola campaign, which aimed to push people away from cola and towards lemon lime. The new advertising campaign focused on the fact that 7-Up did not have caffeine, unlike many other leading sodas. In 1981, 7-Up introduced a caffeine-free cola called Like, which was not successful due to its lack of caffeine and the full, rich cola taste. Pepsi-free and caffeine-free Coca-Cola followed, and many bottlers had loyalty to these brands. 7-Up struggled to get its product out there, losing tens of millions of dollars for Philip Morris. With the resources, experience, relationships, and customer loyalty of Coke and Pepsi, 7-Up's chances of becoming significant again were slim. Acquisitions and consolidation. In 1986, Pepsi and Coca-Cola had agreed to sell 7-Up to Pepsi and Dr. Pepper, respectively, to build a market share. However, the FTC prevented both deals from happening due to potential monopolies. Pepsi did buy the international operations of 7UP, but not in their US core market. In the US, Hicks and Haas bought Dr. Pepper in a leveraged buyout for $400 million and 7UP for $240 million. 2 years later, they combined to form Dr. Pepper 7UP, valued at $1.3 billion. This new company was successful in increasing sales each year, but Dr. Pepper was growing rapidly while 7UP struggled. By 1993, when they became a public company to pay off debt, Dr. Pepper was the 4th best-selling soda brand, while 7UP was the 8th best-selling. The issue was that Coke and Pepsi promoted their own versions of 7UP, while Dr. Pepper remained unrivaled. In 1995, Cadbury Schweppes acquired Dr. Pepper 7UP for $1.7 billion, a candy company that had been slowly acquiring soft drink brands. The deal was significant, as it partnered with the brand that indirectly inspired their creation. However, the New York Times did not mention 7UP in the headline. 3 years later, 7UP had their first ever formula change, adding a stronger lemon-lime flavor and dropping the Uncola slogan to attract younger customers. This strategy had been effective in connecting with the 1960s youth, who by the 1990s were buying 7UP, 30 years older, establishing the brand's reputation as for older people. In 2008, Cadbury Schweppes spun off Dr. Pepper Snapple Group into their own company, which was later bought by Keurig for over $18 billion. This company, which was overshadowed by other brands, now owns numerous beverages, including 7UP. Despite its declining status, 7UP used to be a significant brand, and many people may not know about its past. Let me know in the comments, did you know that 7UP used to be such a big deal? I think it's a great story, but kind of a depressing one. Well, obviously, if you're a big 7UP drinker, this hasn't been the easiest 10 or so minutes for you to watch, but also demonstrates how larger companies can push smaller ones right out of the market. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on all our latest videos. Thank you for watching.